what's up? It's William from Rocket Zero and welcome to another Pixel art tutorial. In this video, we're going to be building Venusaur Pokemon number 003, the third evolution for our good friend Bulbasaur. Now, I got this pattern from candypatterns.com, description down below. So what blocks are we going to be using? Well, we're going to be using a whole lot, but we're going to be starting with black wool, cyan, light green, lime, white, red, yellow, and then pink wool for the flower. So we're going to start by lining up, and we're going to place 3 blocks of our black wool. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and I think that might be too close, so let's just move a little bit farther back. So 1, 2, 3, should be enough space. And then we're going to go place a white, skip a block, and a white on the other side. We are then going to place a black wool on the left and on the right of the white wool. Now we're going to grab our cyan, and then we're going to just do 1, 2, 3. Pretty easy. Let's fill that block, and then another, so that's 4, I guess. I should have said 4 from the get-go. But we're going to do a row of 4. Then right here, we're going to place a white with another cyan on the top. We're going to grab our black wool, and we're going to go 2 blocks on the right, so 1, 2. And then another 2 right above this cyan. We're going to go over here to the left, and we're going to add 3 blocks with our black wool. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to add 1, 2, 3 in this shape. So that's going to be like his little paw that he has on his, I guess, front left hoof. I don't know what to call it, just a foot. So that's going to be the start of our Bulbasaur. I do have a feeling I built him a little too close, even though we did step back. But whatever, we'll just break that if we need more room. But back to this, we're going to add now 7 blocks of our cyan wool to the side of this 3 black wool. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 7 black wools directly below it. So this is what we should have so far. Positive you need to now would be a great little stopping point. Now that we're a little more than, I was going to say halfway, but that's not even true. We're not even a tenth of the way there. But regardless, this would be a pretty good stopping point for the video. Alright, so then we're going to add 2 blocks of our black wool. So 1, 2. And then a black wool here. We're going to add 3 blocks of our light blue. So 1, 2, 3. And then 5 blocks of our cyan wool. We're going to grab our white wool, and we're going to begin with the eye. For the eye, we're going to start placing 2 white wool blocks. And then a light blue. Then we're going to place a red and a white on the right. We're going to place 2 diagonal blocks and then 2 blocks on the top. We're going to grab our light blue. We're going to place 1 block here with then 2 cyan wools on the top and down the side. Now right here, we're going to place a light blue in this little corner. Next to that light blue, we're going to place a cyan. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to place 3 light blues just like that. And then next to this light blue, going upwards, we're going to place 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and again 1, 2, 3. We're going to place 2 cyan wools with a light blue and a cyan on the right. And then we're going to place a black with a light blue. We're going to go up by 3 blocks this time, so 1, 2, 3. And then a light blue, so that we can place a black on the top and a black on the right. Now what we're going to be doing next is that we're going to continue with our black wool. We're going to place 1 block here. and then a lime, and then a black. Then we're going to place 3 black wools below. With 5 wools going towards the right, starting in this black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to place a black wool with a lime, and then next to the lime, we're going to go up by 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to place a black on the left on top of this lime, and then on the other side, another black wool. Now we're going to grab our cyan wool, we're going to place 1 block here, and then next to it, 4 black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in the middle, we're going to place 2 black wools. We're going to grab our lime wool, and we're going to place 2 blocks, followed by a green on the top right. We're going to grab our black, and we're going to place 3 blocks right next to this green. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to place a lime with another 3 green wools. We're going to grab our cyan, and we're going to place 1 block right here below this black wool. Now next to this cyan, we're going to place 4 black wools. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One black wool going upwards, and then 3 on the top. We are then going to we're going to place a green wool, and then another diagonal green wool upwards and towards the right. Then right here, we're going to go down by 4 black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to add 2 cyan wools. Right below those 2 cyans, we're going to place 2 reds, and then another 2 reds offset on the bottom. We're going to grab our black wool, and then we're going to add 2 blocks of our black here and here. So directly below in that red little corner. Then we're going to grab our cyan, and we're going to do 1. We're going to go 1, 2. Then a block on the right. And then up. And then all of this side going over here is going to be covered with our cyan. And the rest over here is going to be covered with our light blue. But we're going to do that at the end of the video like we usually do. You know, we fast forward the parts where we can just fill it in. Because there's really no point for you guys to watch me placing blocks that you're going to be doing yourself. Those are pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so let's take a little step back. So what we have so far for our Venusaur. Probably one of the coolest grass types Pokemon, but too bad it's one of the starters, because, you know, I'm always going to go for Charmander. That's my favorite. Or even Squirtle. He's pretty cool. But Bulbasaur never gets some love. I don't know many people that pick him as a starter, because Bulbasaur and Charmander are just so much cooler, I would say. But, you know, it's personal preference. But he looks really cool. One of my favorite Pokemon in Pokemon Go. It took forever to get him to a Venusaur. So many candies. Okay, but whatever. Back to this. I talked enough there. We're going to grab our black wool, and we're going to add 2 black wools here and here. Then we're just going to leave those 2. We're going to go back down here towards the bottom right, because I kind of want to finish the bottom part, and then we'll focus on the big flower. So what we're going to be doing is that right here in this 2 black wools, we're going to add a cyan wool, and then a black on the left, and 2 blacks on the right. We're going to add another cyan, and then a black on the top. to add a cyan with a white wool. So we can place 2 black wools. A black on the right. Take a little step back so you guys can get a quick little view. This would be another nice little stopping point that we have so far. We're going to grab our white wool. We're going to place 1 block here. And then on top of the white, we're going to place a black. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then another black here. Almost like an upside down cross. Then we're going to grab our green wool. We're going to place 1 green and then a lime on the top. 2 limes on the left. And then on the left of this lime, we're going to place 1, 2, and a 3 with our black wool. We're going to place a green, and then 2 lime wools on the top. And then here and here, we're going to add 1, 2, 3. We're going to grab our green and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to grab our black and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do that same shape, but this time with our lime wool, but like flipped. So like that, but facing that way. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to grab our black wool and we're going to go straight up by 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 black wool right here. Now here comes the most complicated part of this build, and that's going to be the flower. That's pretty tough, even though we did probably the toughest part, which was all of this like interlocking blocks. But back to the flower, we're going to start in this slime wool. We're going to place 1 block. And then in this slime wool, we're going to go up by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to grab our red and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to grab our black and we're going to place 2 black wools below. And then down here, we're going to place 1 green with a black on the top. Now, right here next to this green, we're going to add 6 black wools moving towards the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to add 1 block on the last block that we did of the row of 6. Oh, that was a sentence. Now, right here next to this 2 black wools that like eject from this row of 6, we're going to add a yellow. Then a pink. And a black. Then starting on this yellow, we're going to place 4 black wools moving towards the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to grab our pink again, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3. And then 2 blocks of our yellow on the bottom left of the pink. Now we're going to grab our black, and we're going to go 1, 2. And then that's going to be filled in with red at the end of the video. Now what we're going to be doing next is that we're going to grab our... What are we going to be grabbing? We're going to grab our red. And you see this 2 blocks of black wool? Well, we're going to add 1, 2, 3 of our red. Then we're going to add 3 pink wools. 1, 2, 3. And then another 3 pink wools. 1, 2, 3. But this time, this row is going to have 2 yellow ones on the left. So 1, 2. Then we're going to grab our pink, and then 1 block on top of the yellow, we're going to place a pink, and then another pink on the right. Now we're going to be grabbing our black, and starting right here, on top of these 2 pinks, we're going to place 2 blacks, and then 2 blacks, and finally another 2 blacks. Make sure you have those 3 sets of 2. We're going to fill this in with red at the same time we do that at the end of the video, like I said before, so don't worry about it. What you do have to worry about is that right here, we're going to place 2 yellow wools, and then 1, 2, 3. We're going to grab our black, and then we're going to add 1, 2, 3 with 1 in the middle. We're going to grab a pink wool, and we're going to place it on the right. Next to this pink, we're going to place 2 yellows and another pink. And then 2 yellows, 1, 2. We might as well just put 2 reds right here, just so it's nice and finished up here. We're going to be grabbing our black wool, and we're going to add 1 block here, then 2. We're going to be placing 4 blocks on top of this pink towards the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then next to this 1 little black wool that we have here, we're going to add 2 yellows. Whoops. 2 yellows and a pink on the left. Then we're going to add 2 reds, a pink and a yellow. We're going to grab our black wool, and we're going to add 3 blocks on the top. So 1, 2, 3. Then 2 blocks here, 1, 2, and 1 more right there. And I believe that's going to be the finished outline. All that we have left to do is just to add a little bit of red, a little bit of cyan, and a little bit of light blue, and that's going to be it for our Venusaur Pokemon number 003, this grass type, and I believe maybe even poison type Pokemon. I know he can do some poison moves, but I don't know if it's categorized as a poison slash grass or grass slash poison. But whatevers, what we have to do now is just grab our fantastic red wool and do the flower, then our cyan and our light blue. But first, pause it if you need to, because this would be the last, final stopping point before we just go and throw those blocks at the Pokemon, and we'll be done. So I guess I'm going to begin with the red, and then the cyan, and then the light blue. So I'll be back when I'm done with the red. So that's it. That's what we're going to be using for a red wool. The flower is complete. Now we're going to do the cyan on the bottom, and the light blue on the left. So let me grab my cyan, and let's get to it. Fill it in with some cyan wool. And there we go, that's going to be the cyan portion of our Venusaur. Now we're going to grab the light blue and fill this area in. And there we go, we are done with our Venusaur Pokemon number 003, Bulbasaur's final evolution, because it goes Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, did I say that right? Venusaur? And then Venusaur. So hopefully you guys had a really good time making this pixel art. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, so you can stay up to date with all our newest videos. As you can see, we post a lot, so feel free to check out the rest of those videos. Tell your friends about us, and as always, thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.